Morning, everybody. Welcome to Godly Play. This morning, we're going to play a game instead of just hearing a story. Today's game is called Guess Who, with Bible characters. Maybe you've played the game Guess Who, where you each have a tray and there's all these people and you have to guess the other guy's person by giving clues like, does your character have brown hair? Is your character wearing glasses? Is your character a boy? And you eliminate until you guess who their person is. So it's that kind of a game, a Guess Who game, only I will be using masks, little cardboard masks of Bible characters like this. I'll give you clues and then you write down your answers. Okay? See how many you can get. Are you ready? Do this as a family. It could be a fun game, all of you together. And maybe working together, you'll be able to figure it out better. All right, here we start. I am a well-known Old Testament hero. I was a king of Israel. I could play a harp, and I was a shepherd. King Solomon was my son, and I killed the great giant Goliath. Who am I? I am a New Testament hero and one of Jesus' favorite disciples. I was a fisherman, and my brother Andrew was also a disciple. I got to watch Jesus raise a 12-year-old girl from the dead. After Jesus kicked everyone out of that house except for James, John, and me. Jesus was speaking about me when he said, "Upon this rock I will build my church." I also am the one that denied Jesus 3 times when his trial was taking place. Who am I? I am another famous New Testament character whose name was not recorded. I was brought on a stretcher to be close to Jesus. I could hardly move. My friends put a hole in the roof to drop me down in front of Jesus' tight crowd. He didn't get mad. Jesus said about me, "Your sins are forgiven." I was used as an example of how Jesus could forgive sins. He also said, "Get up and walk." And I did. Who am I? I am an Old Testament heroine. My story is in a book named after me. I was a kind-hearted woman married to a pagan king. My pagan husband had been tricked into believing that all the Jews were traitors and needed to be killed. I prevented the king from committing genocide by being extra respectful and thinking ahead. Who am I? I am the second most famous prophet in the Old Testament. I do not have a book named after me, however. I asked God to light an altar, soak in water, in front of all the prophets of the fake god Baal. I was taken up to heaven without dying. Only the second person in history to whom that happened to. I appeared at the Transfiguration 800 years later with Jesus and Moses as the disciples watched. Who am I? I am an Old Testament major prophet. I was writing in exile from Babylon and surrounding places. My prophecies contain fantastic visions of the end of time. I wrote about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego being thrown into that fiery furnace. I was thrown into the lion's den by King Darius, and the lions weren't hungry. Who am I? I am an Old Testament character. Some say my book, which is named after me, is older than Genesis. The devil bet God that I would speak badly of him if God took away all my blessings. All my children were killed in a same day. God restored all my blessings twofold in the end, because I endured. Who am I? I am a New Testament hero. I am a disciple, though I am not as famous as my disciple brother. I introduced my famous brother to Jesus. My brother and I were the disciples told by Jesus, "I will make you fishers of men if you follow me." Many men today are named after me, and their nicknames are often Drew or Andy. Who am I? One more character. I am a well-known Old Testament hero. My story is told in the book of Genesis. God told me to move my family to what would become the Promised Land. My wife's name was Sarah. She was very beautiful. I had a son named Isaac when I was 100 and my wife Sarah was 90. Who am I? So that's our characters for today. There's 9 characters. See how many you can guess. And if you can't guess, you can look them up in the Bible with your parents. And then I'm going to give the answers to Janet. They'll be written in the newsletter, and you guys can check to see how well you did. All right? Have a great day. Stay strong. Remember to always do your prayers and thank God for everything. Be good, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.